All right, guys, we are live in downtown Miami, a neighborhood called Edgewater, which is just north of the area you know as Bayside, or where the Miami Heat play, over there by the FTX Arena, and regular downtown Miami. So we're just north of that, along Biscayne Bay, and we're going to walk through Margaret Pace Park, and then hopefully up through the Bay Walk that they just completed. Miami Parks and Recreation has joined Edgewater with basically the Miami River. So we're going to take a walk through and check that out. Hopefully our signal holds up. You got a whole bunch of things you can do. You can walk your dogs. You can play basketball. We're going to take the whole stretch of the park. We're going to go down the all along the Bay Walk. You can this trail. You can ride your bike. You can run, walk. It's one of my favorite areas downtown Miami, called Edgewater. You're going to see literally people playing basketball, people walking their dogs, people running, exercising. And then you're going to see the boats in the bay. You're going to have a barbecue here on the week. You can check out the mangroves here. Somebody's got their boat anchored just offshore there. Try and balance this a little bit. Always looks just a little off balance to me, but I'm going to replay it. So some of the newer condos have gone up in recent years. Hopefully the audio is okay. Definitely let me know in the comments if there are any issues. Again, look at all this green space, guys. We're in the heart of downtown Miami, the heart, or just on the northern perimeter of downtown Miami.
That's because I text so much.
Some kind of you have these little outdoor exercise stations, a little workout in while you're walking around. So there's the boat I was saying. Just docked, just anchored off the edge of the park here. You have beautiful views straight across the causeway, straight across the South Beach. What's that? Beer Can Island or something like that it's called. And over here is Bayside. That marina behind Bayside, if you're familiar with that. It's there. That's the bridge going to the Port Miami. You take cruise ships, cargo ships, all things that happen at the port. Or you can just hang out and chill. This is Miami, folks. Got a little something for everybody. and Edgewater has a lot. Look back across where we came from. There's basketball courts over there. People getting some sun. Hopefully I got a good signal here. Walking their dogs. They have little benches and little things along the way. Have a seat, read a book. They have the public art. You know, I always have to show off the public art that we have here in Magic City. And this is no exception. It's like mosaic. Very nice mosaic throne here. That's awesome. See if we can get a little bit closer. Get some of the detail. I think I might make this live stream short and then do a 4K walk recorded through the area. I'm not sure what the signal is like here, so you see the weather. The weather has contributed to the patina and such on the oh, look at that, even more elaborate detail in the back. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. That's mosaic. All the pieces of tile and arranged in such a way to create a work of art. If you guys can hear the water. But that sound will lull you to sleep at night. Just another beautiful February day in Miami. It's probably 75 degrees. Probably about 60 or 70% humidity. Maybe 50%. I don't know. It's not too humid today. The sun is warm, but the air is pretty light. So humidity might be around 50 or 60%. Love those sculpture benches. Those dogs just going. That's awesome. And you guys like the palm trees. Oh, somebody got literally kite stuck in the tree. How crazy is that? It's sitting right there. This will be interesting. There's a little bulletin board here, some notices. Let's see what the notices are. Department of Parks and Recreation. Rules and things. Pace Park volunteer cleanup. Smart training. Miami has some really cool programs as far as, you know, public access, and like this has got a kickball, adult softball, information on some of the parrots here that you might see in the trees, Amazon parrots. Really cool local vibe, you know. I mean, plenty of parks and plenty of cities around the world, but something about Miami, at least for me, very special. Gotta go wide. It's as wide as I can go. At least you got the clouds and the palms. And some more of the incredible architecture. Incredible condos here. Go over to the shore, check out. It's got a little beach action here in the middle of the city. Some waves on the bay from all those boats. Check that out. Can you guys hear me okay? Might not be able to hear me that well with the waves, but let's see if we can get them. Amazon parrots. Let's see if we can catch them in the trees. They're in the trees above that building, above that structure right there. Until we get there, we got some jet ski action. Taking off on their jet skis. Some of the Florida Power and Light power company here. Their solar panels they've installed on this here, and then this little seating area with you know, power outlets. It's a beautiful building here, Aria. It's called Aria on the Bay, A-R-I-A. One of my favorites. So once again, guys, we're in downtown Miami. We are in a neighborhood called Edgewater. And this lies between, just north of downtown Miami, just north of the Bayside, Bayside Plaza, FTX Arena, and well, I guess the Interstate 195 Causeway, probably the northern boundary here. You got this bridge that's going out to the This bridge, this is 395. This goes out to South Beach. And then that bridge in the distance is the port bridge. It goes to Port Miami. Oh, look at this guy. It's pretty iguana. Don't want to mess up that guy doing his Tai Chi, so that was a huge iguana. You scroll back about 30 seconds, you'll see a massive iguana. These are some volleyball pits. Again, you don't need to go all the way to South Beach to play beach volleyball. Right here in Edgewater, the beach volleyball pits. Here's another mosaic throne. A bit of some clouds blowing in, but mostly building on the breeze, I think, because the breeze is coming, the wind is coming right off the water, and there are no significant clouds blowing in from the east. So I think the darker clouds behind us are just kind of building, what they call building on the breeze, or the wind blows them from the ocean, from the water, and then as the wind dies down, the clouds just kind of stack up inland. So sometimes you'll see a lot of dark clouds like it's about to rain, but it's just the angle of the sun and then the density of the clouds, but not necessarily rain clouds, if that makes sense. Let's keep walking, and one way through the park, and then we're going to record walking back. So I'll give you guys I'll give this live stream. You can play tennis and watch people playing tennis if that's your thing. This guy playing tennis. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's bad boy. There's another one over there that was huge. There's another one in that tree that was huge.
Yeah, they got one. That's why I say you get a close version, like you see.
You're right.
Get a close view.
That bad boy. You don't want that falling on you.
That's why I would tell you. I was trying to make sure. I said,
Thank you.
Go in. That's why I was trying to call you, because it's right there.
That's nice.
Good. They come out of there. Yeah. On a Friday, good night, man. Good day, man.
Right.
Yeah. I already have recorded everything like that.
Well, they got enough to eat up there. That's wild. We're on iguana watch.
All right now.
Thank you now. Appreciate you. Here's the guy he was flagging me down. He said, check out this iguana. And we saw the other one over there, kind of ran away, but this guy is just, he's hungry, you know? hanging out. Iguana cam. Couldn't tell if I have. Hopefully I'm not free. Hopefully I wasn't buffering there. Unzoom. See if we can see any more in the trees. Not yet. Sometimes they're in these rocks. Along Biscayne Bay, downtown Miami. We just walked through Margaret Pace Park in a neighborhood called Edgewater. If anybody's looking for recommendations on living in this area, I would highly suggest Aria on the Bay, A-R-I-A, right there. That ultra-modern building. Again, there's so much, I mean, there's tennis, there's basketball on the other side, there's beach volleyball right here, dog walking, exercising. You see these little outdoor gym stations, you know, you can go from station to station, do different workouts. I mean, that's the beauty of Miami, guys. It's just this what is that, Will Ferrell and Step Brothers? So many activities. Step Brothers reference. Let's see if I can switch hands and get this microphone. I got excited. I had the wrist strap today, but I think the wrist strap is becoming more of a hindrance. I say that until I almost drop the gimbal. Then I'll appreciate it. See if we can see an iguana in this tree. I don't think so. Nope. Trying to go wide with it, but so again, this is the connection that they've made all the way through. See that where we just were? That was the termination of this side, and then this building was. This was kind of off limits for a while, but now you can see the construction fences. They've connected it so that you can keep walking all the way to the Miami River. Again, I hope it's not buffering too bad. Here's the official plaque. Navigation District. And we'll take a quick spin of the bay as we continue our bay walk. I have just come from Margaret Pace Park. I want to see a really cool downtown Miami park. Rewind just a little bit. And you want to see some massive iguanas. If you want to see two huge iguanas, rewind about maybe 2 or 3 minutes ago. And I was spot on. Massive iguana in the tree. Just chilling. For now, we'll keep on the bay walk here. Again, guys, this is just reopened, or just opened, connected all the way through, and we're able to walk all the way to the Miami River through this area. This is Casablanca's on the bay. This has been here. This has been here for years. Now it's part of the Baywalk. It's old school Miami. That's like 1970s, maybe early 80s Miami. So much history. I mean, obviously not as much history as like New York City and places like that with, 1800 buildings from the 1800s and such, but in terms of Miami, so much history. Looks like there's a slight diversion here. Okay. Maybe it's just
Pardo has a parking here.
I'll take a little detour, okay? It's a beautiful church. So again, guys, we are in the Edgewater neighborhood of downtown Miami. This building here is the Marriott Miami Biscayne Bay. Breathtaking views of the bay, waterfront dining. We've just walked through the Margaret Pace Park here in Edgewater. If you rewind the stream, you'll see beautiful downtown Miami Park with sand volleyball courts, tennis courts, basketball courts, creation, a walking trail, running trail, biking trail around the perimeter of the park. And this is called Trinity Cathedral. Look at that. Hopefully this is a strong signal. Well, this is beautiful. I'm going to try and cross the street and get a wide angle of it. Again, guys, that Baywalk, they just opened that section of it, so you really had to be in a car to come this far down, or to come in this area between downtown Miami, Bayside, and Opera Towers, buildings like that. So this building right here is the Opera Tower condos. Another beautiful, I mean, they're all beautiful Miami condos, but Trinity Cathedral, gorgeous. So this, at the end of this loop here, right, that building is the Adrian Arsht, A-R-S-H-T Center, where they have the Miami City Ballet, and then they have opera performances. I mean, it is state of the art. But if you want to, you guys want to scroll back in the feed, you'll find, we just went through a park here downtown Miami called Margaret Pace Park, and we saw two ginormous iguanas. Chris Beeman's in the house. Hey, Chris. two huge iguanas with the orange spikes and the bright green. Well, one had bright green body, the other one was like yellow. Cool. That was right before we started coming out onto the bay, like the concrete walk, just as we left the park. And then that park is one of my favorites downtown Miami. We were just north of the area that, if you guys watch Walks on Wall Street, like I know Lizzo and Chris, you guys do, we're just north of the area he usually streams from. So I'm going a little bit, I started a little bit north, and then I'm going to come back to that area. So between the two of us, we can give a pretty good. I believe this is the bus stop. Yeah, this is the bus terminal that Tom takes the bus from when he's finished his stream. That's the Metro Mover. This Metro Mover, not the Metro Rail, that's a few blocks away. But this Metro Mover is free. If I can find that. Oh, that's a Blue Jay. If you can see the Blue Jay. No, that's a Blue Jay. But back in Margaret Pace Park, I couldn't see them in the trees, but there are Amazon parrots. Probably somebody let go at one point. But there are parrots now that have procreated and colonized in the tree. What's happening here? Oh, that's all right, Lizzo. I understand. Just hang out if you can, obviously. Don't let me distract you from your work, but I just like having you guys along, showing you my city. This is the boat show. This is where I say, I believe there's a boat show happening, I believe February 16th to the 20th. I could be wrong, but probably not. Check out MiamiBoatShow.com. Hashtag BBMIBS on Instagram. Huge boats. So there's a resort on Miami Beach called the Fontainebleau. And these are the locations that the boats will be at. So Museum Park Marina is over here by that FTX arena. Tom walks around sometimes. There's a huge marina by the Perez Art Museum over there. That's going to be one location. Sea Isle Marina, One Herald Plaza, that's going to be just on the other side of the FTX arena. And Miami Beach Convention Center obviously is over there on Miami Beach. Yacht Haven Grand at Island Gardens, there's like an island area out in the middle of Biscayne Bay that the boats will be at. So it looks pretty cool. They usually have just the craziest boats, yachts from all over the world, massive mega yachts, and then even little boats like this, like just manufacturers just showing off their little boats, if you will. Again, that is the Performing Arts Center, where they have the ballets, the operas, plays, things like that. Adrian Arsht Center. That's the beautiful. And this looks like they're setting up some of the boat show here. So during Art Basel, they have these giant tents. That's what this tent is. Looks like it's used for. So this one is Art Wynwood that's happening next weekend. Again, the amount of art and military. All right, that was impressive. Chris said, I came home from work. Oh, I'm losing it. Came home from work early, having issues with my right shoulder now. Oh no. Well, rest up, Chris. Good job coming home early, not pushing yourself too much. Hopefully you have a relaxing, restful weekend and you can keep that at bay, right? This is that's the building Tom always points out, the 1000 Museum. One of my favorite buildings from my favorite architects. Rest in peace, Zaha Hadid. She also designed the Oculus there in Manhattan. About a billion other amazing structures around the world. This is our Frost Science Museum. Just kind of happened here in the last few years. And this is the Perez Art Museum. And this is the causeway. Now, this is kind of what I was saying before, is if you want to get to Wynwood from downtown Miami, you have to navigate through these construction zones. And you get a lot of this dead space. So, like, this building is nice, but there's not a lot of changing, scenery along the way. So, yes, you can walk from downtown Miami to Wynwood, but I mean, you're going to have about 30 to 40 minutes of walking through this. Not much to see. And this is the new causeway they're building. I don't know if you can see that in the distance. Always impressive to see what these bridges and roadways look like before they're in use. You don't get to see too much of that anymore because infrastructure is pretty well established, but like that will be that causeway. In a few years' time. Alright, let me unzoom my here. Let's see what we can figure out. I think what I want to do is just go back the way we came and just kind of film this little downtown corridor, this north of downtown corridor, because I know my friends here right now have seen Walks on Wall Street's feed, and he always goes there through the downtown area, so this will be new to most. And we can always go back that way another day. But in the interest of keeping this stream right about an hour, just going to head back past the now this is Like I said before, this is the Adrian Arsht Center. You can see the name right there. And this is one theater. Hello! Oh, Lady O! Lady O's in the house. Yeah, Chris, yeah, Lizzo, Lady O. All right. Hey, Lady O, Lizzo, Chris. We are just north of the area where Tom streams from there downtown. That's the building he always points out, the 1000 Museum. And the last 40 minutes we've been walking through a neighborhood called Edgewater. And right now we are passing the Adrian Arsht Center, where I have all the ballets and operas, all the performing arts here. The regular concerts happen down there at the FTX Arena, but this is where you can see like theater performances, things like that. And this is going to be it's like a jazz festival. Oh, this is the jazz concert season. All right. Just different art, I don't know, performing arts things. Let's see. Kind of a commercial area. If you scroll back through the feed, you're going to see where I left Margaret Pace Park. I walked through this park here in downtown Miami. They had sand volleyball pits. They have tennis courts. They have basketball courts. Huge green spaces, people walking dogs and such. And it's all right there in the bay. So we walked by the bay, and then just as I came out of the park onto the bay walk, like the seawall area, I spotted the second massive iguana. So if you want to see a massive iguana, rewind the stream about 15-20 minutes. And if you see me walk up to the tennis courts, I was trying to film these two guys playing tennis, and then somebody pointed out the iguana, so I turned around and walked over to I got a really cool shot of a massive iguana. I'm going to clip that out if I can and feature that on a separate kind of like highlight reel or something, because that was really cool. Anyway, this is the bus stop that Tom takes the bus from for all the Walks on Wall Street people in the chat. That's what it looks like during the day. Hope I'm not giving away Tom's secrets. And these are the tracks for the Metro Mover. Free Miami's version of the subway. At least this loop through downtown is free. If you take the Metro Rail, that goes north-south through Miami proper, it's more of a train. That commuter train there's a fee involved. But the Metro Mover is free. And I'm going to take the Metro Mover. That is if they have a mask requirement. All right, no Metro Mover today, but I will take the Metro Mover. Show you guys that, because this is the one termination of it, and then it goes all the way through downtown to Brickell, and then all the way back here. So we can do that route. That'll be I might record that on a more discreet device, let's say. But let's keep going. This is the Art Institute, dubbed Miami International University. Miami International University of Art and Design. He didn't bring a mask. No. It's wild because, you know, everybody that comes to visit, and every time I see people in, you know, up in New York and stuff, and like, you know, they have them on the wrist. And obviously, if you frequent public transportation, it's a must here, no mask, no ride thing. So masks are prevalent, but I've become a little bit spoiled with my triple vax. Like, I did not get stuck in the arm 3 times for nothing. No, I don't joke about that. Whatever. I said it on the stream. Don't come after me, YouTube. Relax. But that is not advice. That is just entertainment purposes only. Uh-oh. I've said too much. Ferrari dealership. If you want to buy a Ferrari. Got a nice one waiting in the window for you. Let's go see, be like, do you offer financing? Ferrari payments are what, like $2,500, $3,500 a month? 5 years, something like that. Something like that. I don't even know if it goes 5 years. It might go 2 years, 3 years. No, maybe not. Maybe about 115, 200. Anyway, so this is the, I think this is called the Hilton, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys come down for Art Basel, I will recommend this Hilton, or just behind it-ish is the Marriott Biscayne Bay. Either of these two have a shuttle that runs from here. I mean, you just walk up here either way. Take the shuttle right into Wynwood, free shuttle, and you can hit up all the art shows and it's the Ferrari for everyone that hits the right. All of my Patreon subscribers will be entered to win the chance to see a Ferrari on the stream. Oh wait, I gotta set up my Patreon. In the works. What? Yeah, the bad word. Don't say that word. People don't like that. Okay. Whatever. Anyway. It's our Publix. Remember I was telling about Publix last night. People are strange when you're a stranger. I'll start singing. These are the rental scooters, guys. Kind of like the bikes or whatever. You just get the app, scan it or whatever it is, take off. Wing. I think there's a helmet in that lock thing. But it's Miami, you don't need a helmet. There's enough, population is large enough that they really only have a few rules to keep people safe from themselves. They're like, yeah, a couple people don't want to wear a helmet and risk. Somebody wants to cross the street and get hit by a four-wheeler. I know. I'm no one to talk. Just jaywalked. Again, guys, this is the Opera Tower. Some nice apartments. Scott, you should meet up Tom today during streaming. Tom is a workaholic. I stream between meetings and between appointments and stuff. But Tom is like in the office, cranking out major projects all day. And then he unwinds with the live stream that this old man considers the middle of the night. I know. The DoubleTree, guys. It's so beautiful. My opinion. But yes, Lizzo, excuse me, Lady O, I should hit up. I should hit up Tom. We're supposed to do the Wynwood, so whenever he gets like an early afternoon-ish, he gets availability in the late afternoon, whenever he gets out early, quote unquote, or if he can get me out on the weekend, he could do it for the weekend. So who knows? It'll happen eventually. I'm confident. James and Carla also wanted to do a Wynwood stream during the day. She said a weekday, and that's now you're speaking my language. Weekday streams. This place is the Opera House restaurant. Opera Tower. So this is Margaret Pace Park, the western edge of the park. Chris said, yeah, he is. I told him that he can't do anything work related this weekend, only the fun stuff that he's been meaning to do. He said that he has a Lamborghini. Coral pink Lamborghini, sorry. Yeah, Tom is a bit of a workaholic, but you know, the kid's 26. He's got gold. Okay, I don't know. Gotta be hungry. That's right. Definitely not mad at Tom. He's 26 with the work ethic of few 26-year-olds I know, because my nephew's same way with his apparel and with his designs. Like, he's going full steam ahead. My other nephew's going full steam ahead on his music and his music production. So that late 20s generation, whatever that is, all right. Squirrel, that Porsche, that generation is definitely admirable in the way they a pretty good label there in New York City, so that he's working with different artists and you know, creating the melodies and creating the beats and things for the music. So he's definitely got a good thing going there. But I don't know why we keep getting dropped. Keep getting this weird disconnected. I don't know what it looks like on your end. It keeps telling me I've been disconnected and I have to reconnect. I don't know what that looks like. Over there by that Porsche. Anyway. Yeah. So definitely not going to interrupt his work ethic. James and Carla, she said to reach out, or she said she would reach out on Instagram as far as doing a weekday stream. So one of these, but she said they were here for like 2 months or something, 2 or 3 months. So plenty of time for that. Maybe next week. I'll reach out over the weekend if I don't hear from her today, and just kind of see. You never know. I'm still new at this, so I can't ask for too much, from these veteran YouTubers. I've noticed there's like a line in the sand, so to speak. So, I respect that. That's fine. No pun intended with the sand volleyball courts. Go back toward the bay. But yeah, I've noticed they're like, when they say there's levels to this, so. Just taking notes, learning as I go. Learning how to conduct associations, learning how to conduct, learning how to manage an audience, so to speak, learning how to, what to say, when to say it, what not to say. Well, I don't know. I never learned what not to say. That's not me. But I'm back on the bay. Yeah, I'm learning the nuances of the example that people provide. So that's awesome. I love learning. And I've been in the game long enough to know that it's everything's a process. Back when I first launched out of university into the corporate world, I was in the beginning stages of, when the companies were just coming out offering website hosting and things like that. So I was in that type of learning environment and learning how to what technology could do. This is 1995, 1996, and the beginning of what we know today as the internet. Back then it was probably AOL and Prodigy and things like that, and nothing like we have today. So everything's a learning process, and I'm excited about learning the intricacies of streaming, live streaming, YouTube channels. Taking notes, remembering, noting how different people conduct their streams, and then taking what I like from it, applying it, taking what I have a problem with, removing that. All good things. All exciting. And look forward to a lot of collaborations. And my thing going into this next half of this century is to my 50th year planet. One of my things is learning and pushing that learning forward. So there's a saying that Jack Ma has, when the Rich Dad Poor Dad, I think that's the book, and he said that your 20s should be learning. Your 30s should be grinding. Your 40s should be hustling. Your 50s should be, you know, kind of putting all that together. And then in your 60s, you should focus on giving back and educating, you know, the 20-somethings.